You.com. I am here with Justin Fry. How's it going, Justin? Good, man. Justin's gonna have to sit there kind of awkwardly and wait for me to plug a little something, something. For those of you guys, if you can't see it, I know you probably can't see the whole thing right now. You'll see it in the final version. But behind me in the backdrop is the poster or whatever you want to call it for the Tri Rink Shuffle Skate that's coming up April 11th, 12th, and 13th. If you guys haven't got tickets yet, you can go onto Eventbrite on the Eventbrite app. You can get your tickets ahead of time. Friday, April 11th at Skate 47, main event, Philly Skateplex, April 12th, and the Rink in Edgewater on April 13th. Big Daddy Ray presents the Tri Rink Shuffle Skate. This is the third annual. So, hoping to see as many people as possible there. Hit up the Facebook page for the Tri Rink Shuffle Skate. You can figure out how to get t shirts, tickets, all that kind of stuff, all the additional information. There's going to be jam skaters and like shuffle skaters, some of the best jam and shuffle skaters in the area, actually giving out lessons and teaching people some stuff. So, you can actually register for that and sign up. Make sure you do that. So hopefully I'll get to see all you guys out there. Except for Justin. I don't think Justin's coming. You can't make it, can you? Yeah. So yeah, and then that. So yeah. So we're gonna get into that, dude, because you might be. I won't ask, but you might be the youngest guest I've ever had. Who knows? Maybe, maybe not. But a bunch of yeah. We'll find out. But anyway, yeah. So Tri Rink Shuffle Skate, April 11th, 12th, 13th. Make sure you check it out. Eventbrite app. Get your tickets right now. You can pay at the door, but you can pay for a lot less if you get it on the Eventbrite app. All right, man. So we're gonna roll right into it. So Justin, thank you for doing this, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, man. This is kind of an exciting thing because although I did like one live thing, like where I did like an impromptu uh pod with the Bont Shuffle crew when they were down doing their one competition. But as far as a full hour, like a full podcast session, a full episode, this is the first live we've ever done, man. So it's pretty cool, actually. Not nervous? Okay. Well, here's the question, man. Like, and it's not that big a deal. Like, if you haven't, how many of these have you seen? How many of these episodes? Okay, makes sense. Well, yeah, we introduced him as I announced him being the skater of the month on here. We're actually gonna get him on here with his mom or his dad or both or something for a full episode. Yeah. All right. Okay, cool. Hey, is it just me or does Dale have like the craziest like radio DJ voice ever, right? Doesn't he sound like an ad man, dude? Like if you go back and you listen to it, he sounds like he should be on the radio. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, man. He's got that perfect voice. But yeah, man. So Justin, tell everybody where you're at right now. In the office in the inner sanctum. And you said the session starts at what time? 6:30. Okay, so we might hear a little bumping, but that's all right. Yeah, so Happy Wheels. Now, I don't know how old you are, so I don't know like how far back you go. I'm assuming you've been skating for a little while, but were you at any of the other Happy Wheels locations before they closed? Did you ever skate those? Okay. All right, man. All right. So how long have you been skating? How many years has it been? 11 years. Okay. You're 16. I- Man, I got to find out if it's even legal to have you on a podcast. No, we're good, man. We're good. 60. I thought you were older than that, dude. I thought you were like 19 or something. Okay. So now you said your dad's GM at Happy Wheels. So do you come from a family of skaters or okay. Okay. Nice. Okay. Okay. So yeah, it was like you're destined to be like the product of yeah, okay. All right. Okay, that makes sense. So now you started when what I'm sorry, what year or what age did you say? 5? 5 years old, okay. So, like, now do you even remember that? Do you remember the first time or anything like that? No? No. Yeah, man. If it's mobbed, yeah, hell yeah. Especially everyone's, like, way bigger, you know? You're just so, okay, you know, but that's like me because, like, I came up, like, my I'm the youngest of 3. That's my brother's the oldest and my sister and then me, and they both skated, worked at the rink that I grew up in, the Sanford Family Skate Center, uh, in Sanford, which is a beautiful, beautiful place for those familiar with the name. But anyway, but like I don't remember either, right? Because I was just like brought into it. The way I can kind of compare it is like I don't remember learning how to walk, but I know I did, right? Skating is kind of like the same thing for me. And that's not to say like I'm not trying to one up anybody. It's just the reality for me, you know. But it sounds like that for you. So like what's your earliest memories though of like not just like being at the ring, but like when you kind of knew like, oh, I really like to do this. Like what would you say that age was? 8 years old. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So so you were kinda like the Chase Skates of Happy Wheels or something like that? Yeah. Mm. Yeah, man. He's incredible, man. I was just with him in Texas. Him and do you ever see, Noah, Rink Rat Noah? Yeah, he's another one, man. Just I mean, he's, like, sponsored by Vanilla already. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But, yeah, they just it's funny too because like, they're like, "Oh, oh, this is the beauty of live." It's all good, man. I don't sweat it. So, oh, really? I can't hear. On what? On what? Are they watching on Facebook or are they watching on I don't know. Oh, they can't hear you. Oh, I hear you fine. Yeah, I hear you fine. You know what? Here, let's take a look real quick. I'll just look. This is what happens when we do this. It's all good. I don't care. There's nothing professional going on here, Justin, just so you know. It's just straight up. It's like I always say that to people. People get like nervous. I'm like, I don't know what you're nervous about. This isn't real. This isn't like a real thing. Um, all right, let's see. Go to the link. See if I can. I can. Yeah, I can hear you fine. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to hear. It's trying to load up on my thing. All right, whatever. We're just gonna roll with it, man. It's gonna be what it is. People can. Yeah, you guys can go on YouTube too. It's streaming on YouTube right now at Sk8LikeYou on that channel. So, but anyway, okay. So yeah, so you're kind of like, yeah, like you're relating to Chase as far as being like the young dude in the rink. I was the young guy at my rink for sure. I was Mike Vachon's little brother. That's how it was. I was Marky. I was Mike Vachon's little brother. And but you know what, man? It's so interesting, dude, because you know, well, actually, let me back up first. This will lead nicely into this. So you're 8. That's when you really kind of remember, okay, I'm enjoying this as a skater. What was your first setup? Like your first skate setup? Do you remember? Okay. Yes. Yeah. The vinyls. Yeah, man. That's exactly, dude. I got those for Christmas, man. Like That was my first pair. I remember being so stoked about that. So, like, when you graduated though, right, to, like, that next level, like, what was that? Like, did you jump into that suede boot next? Is that a Dominion? Yeah, man. Those are a little stiff for me. Those are a little, but mhm. Yeah, yeah. The Dominion suede always broke in nicely, but the leather was real it was real thick. It was real hard. But it's so interesting because so I left, I moved to PA like 20 years ago, right? And my rink shortly closed down after that. But there was like a style of not only skating, but skates in Maine that like you don't see anywhere else. You've probably heard me talk about this before. And it was so crazy to like go back, a few months back with Rob and everything. And I hadn't skated up there in so long. I've only been skating again for like 3 years and see guys like you, even younger, like rocking the same exact style that that the older dudes like in like the late 80s were rocking like when I was a kid. And it was the suede boot, tongue tied down. A lot of people had bones wheels. They had a back break, right? So like now, because you're the only one I've talked to that I've talked about the back break a bunch. That you won't see anywhere else other than skating in Maine, dude. Like at least I don't. I don't. But so, but you're the only one I've actually talked to that's like that's rocking it. You still have it, right? So what function does it perform for you that people aren't seeing or understanding? Right. But see, yeah, but you have such, you have the other thing is you got that ankle work, you got tight footwork, and you weave pretty seamlessly. It looks awesome. It's great. And that doesn't impede upon your ability to do that at all. You're not tripping over that ever. That's yeah. So now with that, now when you say you want to stop instantly, I'm assuming this is like a forward motion that you when you're using it. Okay. Wait, so you guys is that experience talking right there? How many times like so now you didn't always have it on your skates. So you got why'd you get it? Why'd you put it on? Do you remember or was it that long ago you wouldn't even remember? It's a, it's a style thing, right? That's how like when I first saw it, I was like, because I remember telling people, I was like, no, man, like if you had a back break, dude, like you were like swagged out, man. Like that was like it was like tricking out your skate. And but when I thought about it, I never really had much, I couldn't think of a function for it really. Cause like see, here's the other thing like in the skate world, in the quads thing, like it's either like in New England, totally different thing, but like in a lot of other places, especially where you see people wearing like speed boots and stuff, like it's like you don't have a brake. Your wheels are your brakes. You know what I mean? It's like it's almost like not cool or something. But like I said, Maine's totally different. Totally different. So, what now? You have, I'm sure you've heard this before. You have a pretty unique style, though, dude. How often do you hear that? Okay, okay. Now, do is that are these things that like some of the things you do? For those of you guys that haven't seen Justin skate, okay, I don't know what you're doing. Dude, your TikTok like blew up. Like I don't like how long have you had that account? Yeah, and when did it really make a jump? When did you see like the biggest jump? Yeah, that's crazy. So yeah, if you guys haven't seen Justin skate, man, it's a whole nother thing. Like and the reason I was excited to have you on, man, is because I think like you're like the quintessential example of like what that thing is as far as skating goes. You guys good? Is it they still they still saying you can't hear? Okay, cool. All right. But you have like this like cuz I always tell people like Maine has like a it's like an island for skating as far as style goes. Like no one skates like people skate in Maine. That's just all there is to it. And you have like your own crazy unique take on that. If you guys haven't seen Justin roll, just go watch it. Just follow him on TikTok, wherever, Facebook. Fernando Moreno is another guy you can see a lot of Justin stuff on. He's crazy too. He's got a ton of videos. Um, but like what was there a style that you kind of adapted from somebody initially, or like were there like one or two people that like you were like, oh, like that's I want to do that kind of thing? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So the things that you're doing, right? Like okay, so like there's like that weave that you guys do backwards. And I see some people do it with you. But you're talking about you're rolling your both your ankles completely over, right? Like to the point and I know like cuz I've had people say it to me like, "Well, doesn't that hurt?" and all that kind of stuff. Was that something that you like that's like a main thing though, right? Like that backwards kind of like weave and that ankle turn. Like I think I've seen Derek do it too. Am I wrong? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So how many how often would you say that you're essentially like, okay, I want to try something new and like creating something? Is that like a thing that like you have like a in your mind that you want to do at least once a month or once a week, or what is it even in your mind? You just stumble upon things? Yeah. 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 Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, you kinda stumble upon things, and it's like, "Ooh." Yeah, 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 yeah. So, okay, well, with all that, now, as far as, like okay, so you're 16, you're in high school. Did any of your friends in school skate too? Yeah. Yeah, it's still because that's how like, for me, when I was coming up, it was like I had, like, my friends, like, at school, and then there was, like, a rink crowd. It was almost like 2 separate lives. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. All right. So like, yeah. So there's not. Yeah. It's you and this freshman kid. So like you literally like yeah. My rink family like range from like yeah people that were like 5 6 years younger than me to like 30 40 years old like my whole life. So nice man. So now when did you start like okay so you were at the Happy Wheels on Warren Ave. Where else were there other rinks that you were skating at that time too, or just basically Happy Wheels? Rollerdrome. Okay. Okay. All right. So that place closes. Now, were you connected to Derek and those people at that time? Did you know the owners and all that kind of stuff, or anybody connected to Happy Wheels? Huh. So you knew the Dyers? How, like who do you know? Bob? Bob owned the rink that I grew up in, man. Yeah, 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 yeah. He owned the Sanford Family Skate Center. So do you know his daughters? Bob's daughters, Jory. No, no, no. One's a little bit older. It could, I mean, yeah, it might be all the pet. No, yeah, no, no, yeah, they definitely do. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, because Derek was telling me how he had known Bob and everything. He knew the Dyers really, really well. Yeah, no, literally, Bob is like he opened up that the Sanford Family Skate Center. And well, you watched the episode with Derek, like when that's when I found out that his dad, Sid, is the one that like designed that Happy Wheels logo, man, which is and it's crazy because I never put it together, but Sid was like way older at that point. And like he would just be at the counter just doodling and he'd always be drawing that wheel. And I never put it together that he was the one that came up with that thing. That's so crazy to me. So it closes down. What does that mean for you, man? Like was that just a tough situation for you? Mhm. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Are you an outdoor skater at all? No. I mean, Maine's a tough place to skate outdoors, but yeah, I can't get into it at all, man. I can't. I need to be moving or I need to like, yeah, I need to do this. I think it's a rhythm thing. I don't want to just go skate straight forever. Like it just doesn't it feels weird. And everything that I do on skates is way cooler in a rink than it is like down Main Street. Like, I think you just look like a weirdo, like a crazy person doing that kind of stuff. Yeah, like man on Congress, you know what I mean? Just dipping. But um so okay, so that closes down, COVID hits. Now when did you first hear Happy Wheels is coming back? Oh, okay. Mhm. So then you just had to wait, basically. Right. Now, I know that Derek had mentioned there was a bunch of people helping out, like, with the building and everything. Were you in that? Were you doing all that too? Were you there while they were building it and all that stuff? Yeah, yeah. But that's cool though, man. I mean, you get to be a part of that. I mean, you got to watch it, like yeah, and it did take a it did yeah, I think now that you mention that, I remember Derek saying about how, yeah, COVID slowed everything down. Was it like a wow, okay. So I'm assuming you're there opening day? Yeah? What was that like? Tell me what that was like. Okay. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, yeah. No, no, no. I definitely understand. Yeah, definitely people would be like, "Oh, it's cheesy and corny or whatever." But no, man. I mean, like, absolutely, music is cheese, man. It's a soundtrack of life, in a lot of ways, and you have an association with certain things. So yeah, but let's back up a little bit too, because you mentioned about how he announced the closing. So what was that? I mean, like you're there the night that he talks about that, but when it was closing, the last one was closing. Were you there for that? Yeah, yeah, or like the last night or the last day, I guess. Not too many dry eyes in the place? Really? Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, so but you guys are there, at the new spot. Now are you working there right out of the gate? That's you got a job there right from the start? Mhm. Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, wow. No kidding. No kidding. That's awesome, man. Nice, nice. So, okay, so yeah. Is this what you wanna do? Do you think? Like, in life, is like, do you wanna own a rink yourself, or you? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now you're still skating, just not working. But no, I'm saying, but during that leave, are you not skating at all? You are skating. Okay. Okay, so let me ask about that then. Is there anything in that like you say, and not to say that any other place is doing anything wrong or whatever, but are there things in that plan that you have, or even just that vision that you have, that might be different than the things you've experienced at rinks? Or are there things that, like, you say, yeah, when I have, if I have my own, I'd like to do this? Anything you can point to, or no? Hmm. Hmm. Yep. Yep. Taunton. Yep. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's got, yeah, like, there certain rinks, like some of them, and it's weird to even like have this be a consideration. I don't. It's so crazy to say this now that even as I'm thinking about it, but like some rinks are way too dark for video. You know what I mean? Like, unless you're like coming out there with like big lights and stuff like that, which isn't always convenient. So yeah, yeah. So you prefer a wood floor though for yourself to skate? Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Is it the grip, or like the, like you have more slide on a wood floor? Is that what you like about it, or? Yeah, 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 yeah. That makes sense. All right, so you want to, so you hope to own your own rink. Whereabouts? Where, like, do you think about that at all? Like, where you want to own it? There you go. Yeah, coming for you, Derek. Right. Absolutely. No. Hmm. Hmm. So go kill that. Yeah, go kill that place. I'm just kidding, everybody. Chill out. All right, man. So, like, have you been to Shebu? So Skate 3, you've been to the Roller Kingdom. You've been to that? Yeah. So like in Tingsboro, like my dad, like back way back in the day, like they had just built like these condos across the street, across that highway. And we used to run across like yeah, dodge traffic going over there. But that place was like in my mind, it was so huge, when I was like 7. You know what I mean? Have you ever heard? Because I literally every single person I've talked to up there, nobody has heard of White Wheels. Did you ever hear of White Wheels? It was in Drake, Mass. I don't think it's yeah, I don't think it's around I guess it's not around anymore. I couldn't find anything on I couldn't find it on the internet. But yeah, so that's just a question I always ask everybody. But anyway, all right. So now are you guys like now you guys are like I'm not sure how involved you are in this, but you guys are trying to like maybe get an event going on up there? Yep. Yep. Mhm. Yes. Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. For you, what's the furthest you've ever traveled to skate? Rhode Island. Okay. Okay. Have you so now, but being on getting involved in the social media thing and all that kind of stuff, like you see these other you see like the USA Shuffle events and like all this kind of like the ones coming up. Do you ever think about going to anything like that, or do like I mean, yeah, of course, yeah, man. Is there a particular rink in Florida that you're thinking about, or I tell you, you gotta hit Skate Reflections and Kissing It. I think so, maybe. Okay, I'm not sure. It's a it's a whole 'nother thing, man. They just fly when they just fly. They just fly. That's all they do. Like, not all they do. Actually, down south, what's funny is that depending on the zip code, it's either the slower they go or the faster they go, right? Oh, yeah, man, because you got, like, that slow walk, kinda thing, you know what I mean, down south, but then you got, like, these speed skaters, uh, down in Kissimmee and Orlando and Miami and all that kinda stuff, like, down, in south, um, Georgia, big time, you know they do and what I always considered trucking, which was just kinda like striding on beat, right? But, like, dude, you'll go down there, like, if you just so when I started skating here, I was just looking for rinks, and there's, like, a couple of little spots around here, and you would be the same exact way, dude. People would be like you'd be like a freak, because it's so different, man. It's so everything here is extremely synchronized. It's very like people do like they all and not that doesn't exist in Maine, but like you'll see more people out on their own in Maine doing their own thing. Um, but yeah. Anyway, I don't know, man. So like what okay, so what you want to travel a little bit. Back to this thing like as far as Happy Wheels goes though, like so how often are you at that rink? How many sessions a week? Okay. So you're just basically there when it's open. For the most part. Okay. So do you have any kind of goals as far as like the social media thing goes? Is there something you're trying to achieve or something you're trying to accomplish? Mhm. Yeah. 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 S was it, was it Fernando that like, kinda initially got kinda, like, put, like, that whole scene up there on the map as far as social goes, do you think? Or was I just not paying attention in time? Yeah. Yeah. So now you mentioned, okay, so people were getting weirded about because here's the thing, out of nowhere, all of a sudden, I start seeing main rinks, like I start seeing you guys like all over the place on social, right? So like about how long ago was that Fernando started doing that? Okay. Okay. So like, and do you remember like the day that it was like, holy crap, like that many views? Like, was there like a time where you saw it kind of jump, or was it just an evolution? Yeah. 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 It's crazy you say that because, like, so, like, a couple months ago, all of a sudden, a bunch of people started buying, like, Skate Like You shirts off the website from Ireland. And I'm like, "What the who's what's in Ireland? Like, what's going" I was like, and then, like, Denmark. I'm like, what is going on in Denmark? I don't see anything that I but yeah, man. So, okay. And what but all of a sudden, there were, like, these recognizable people from Happy Wheels out. It's like you I can't remember, her name, the blonde girl. I'm sorry, I can't remember her name. Ugh, you skate with her sometimes. I can't remember. I think she just had a birthday. No, I don't know. Yeah, 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 yeah. Pine Tree Skates, like who's on here. I would see him. Yeah, and like I started seeing all you guys on Fernando's videos. Now, so when you say it was like people were kind of awkward about it at first, was there like an issue? Like were people like not having it at first? Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, yeah. Are you able to like, and maybe it's because you're in it, it's not as easy to see or like kind of recognize, but like someone's gone. So like, are you? It's all good, but like in different parts of the country, like there's like skating that like pockets, right? And like we recognize Georgia, Florida, all that kind of stuff. Are you able to recognize it? Like you guys, like that kind of Happy Wheels core and like the people that you skate with up in at Rollerdrome, you guys literally like are the face of main skating. Are you able to see that? Do you understand that? Do you know that yourself? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because that's a thing too. Other than maybe some stuff at Shevu, thanks to Dale and stuff, like yeah, main skating is on the map. Like in the last year, man, you guys. So do you are you thinking about that consciously? No, like yeah, you guys literally rep for Maine skating. Does that excite you at all? Mhm, mhm, mhm. What do you Yeah, what do you think is like and it might be hard to explain, but like if there was like one thing that you could like whether it's a pattern or a move or something like that that you think is like the main style. What do you think that is? Like when you say the main style, what does that mean to you? Yes, it is. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, man. Hmm. Yeah. And so the other thing that's very unique about Maine and Maine skating is the music, man. I mean, you guys just do it all. Is there a particular yeah? Yeah. There you go. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. So like what the okay, if Justin like literally can have his own session, like he's literally can make a playlist. Like what are like just give me like 3 like or a few songs that like you absolutely need to hear. Okay. Yeah, man. There you go, dude. No, it's all good. Yeah. It's funny is that you would think if you didn't think about it, you'd think that you would know exactly what to say, but then you think about it and you're like, "Oh, man, that's tough." Like, that's it's so funny to hear you say Fushnikins though, because I'm like that. I love that like quintessential like 90s East Coast kind of grimy hip hop to skate to. And like a lot of people like that I skate with around here, they're like, what? Like that sounds crazy to me. What is it about that kind of thing that does it for you? Is it the beat? Is it what is it? Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. Nice. Do you find yourself like not only skating to beat, but kind of skating to like lyrical tempo as well? Like, do you try and match your feet with like kind of lyrical patterns or anything, or is that not even? Are you just on beat? Yeah, 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 man. Yeah. Hell yeah, man. Yeah, dude. So okay, man. Okay, so you're gonna have Fushnikins. Like now, what about like if you could like have like a classic rock song, what would it be? Do you think? Yeah, whatever you call. I mean, yeah. Anyway, yeah, you're 16. I mean, it's like yeah, that one from like 1997. Stained is classic rock. Creed is classic rock. Yeah. God, that'd be horrible. Yeah, man. I'm always AC/DC, man. Like, I think that those drums are perfect, dude. Those drums are just you could take those drums, like, the people don't realize AC/DC, like, that's a hip hop beat all the time. You know what I mean? Like, those drums are perfect. What are the special skates they do up there, other than the corner skate that they still do up there? They did it at my rink too. Yep. Yeah, man. Yeah. So, okay, they weren't okay, so it's not shoot the duck then. Yeah. No kidding. Mhm. Wow. Wow. Yeah, anyway, yeah. It was like it's so yeah, it's like the standard or something. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Do they? Oh, yeah. Oh, God, man. Did you ever see this? So this was a thing at my rink, and I don't know how many rinks it happened in Maine. Did you ever hear of or see the buggy skate? It's like 3 people. It's like 3 people that, like, all form a I'm not gonna explain, it's gonna sound so weird, but, like, yeah, they form like a car, and the other thing is, I hope this is like, this is what they called it, everybody, okay? Like, but they called it the Mexican hat dance. Did you guys ever do like, where, like, they held hands like this and spun around? Mhm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, man, you can move, dude. Like it's kind of crazy. Especially if you get somebody that like if you have like complete like weight unbalance, if you got someone that weighs twice the amount. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, man. Oh man. So okay, so like with the now you DJ. You said you DJ there. So like now That surprises me only because it would like, are you when you're up there, are you like, oh man, I want to be on the floor? Is that like in your head, or are you cool? Is it doesn't bug you that much? Okay. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. There's a reason it was a mega hit, man. That's because it's to be a mega hit at any time. You know what I mean? It's crazy to hear you say, like, do you know that, like, so you say Huey Lewis in the News, like, is there a particular song like Power of Love or like I Want a New Drug? Okay. Either way, doesn't matter. Do you like, I because dude, there is not a rink I can think of that you could go to, like, where you could ask that for that song and not have someone look at you like you have 3 heads. Like, you guys have it, like, yeah, man. It's like, yeah. Yeah. How much of that difference in music do you think shapes your style? Yeah. Because I mean, to a different I mean, like, you're literally like skating different styles to different styles of music, aren't you? Yeah. Mhm. Mhm. Hmm. Who are like some skaters like that like if there's like a skater in Maine or something, or maybe more than one, that you're like, hey, this dude or this person or this woman or this guy, like, like they don't get enough, I don't know, exposure or whatever. Like, is there someone there that you're like, this person's incredible, but no one knows about him or anything like that? Is anything like that? Well, who do you look at when you're skating up there? Who do you look at and you're like, oh my God, that's crazy? Probably if I saw him. Okay, yeah. Mhm, mhm. Yeah, 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 yeah. So is there something like, do you look at, like, is there something that you're like, that you really wanna learn, or a particular style that you've considered trying to learn, or like, anything like that at all? Okay. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Are you do you jump at all? Are you a jumper at all? So, okay. So, like, a thing that I know that maybe you were probably younger, but did you ever see him doing the barrel jumping up there? Dude, okay, so 4 kids and you're allowed to do that? Nobody they would have benched me when I was a kid if I did that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you can't go wrong there. Skates would hurt so okay, so there's this local country dude around here, right? And he he wanted to shoot this music video at this little podunk rink out in Gretna. And he's a real funny guy. Like there's a clip of it. Like there's stuff up right now, but he like asked me to come and be in this music video and whatever. And I'm like, all right, yeah, cool, and the whole thing was like the contrast of like he was just making fun of himself, right? Like he's wearing like a belly shirt with like real short shorts and like gold skates, and he barely could stand. And it was the contrast of me skating next to him, right? But he wants this part where now this dude's like 6'3" probably, and he's not a s and he's a rotund man, okay, to say the least, and he wants this shot of him doing, like, this creepy, like, playgirl pose, like, on his belly, like this, like and he wants me jumping over him, right, which we do, and so we get that shot, and he's like, "Okay, my turn," and I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "No, I gotta jump you, dude." I'm like, "No, no, you're not doing that, man. Like, are you kidding me?" He probably weighs like 260, right? And he could barely stand. And he's like, "Oh yeah, man, I want to jump you, dude. Like, come on, let's go for it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it." And like somehow I was like, yeah, not a team player or something like that for not letting him jump. I was like, no way, dude. That's not gonna happen. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Now, when it comes to jumping though, like, are you jumping like while like throughout like I don't want to call it a routine, but like when you're out there and you're rhythm skating, you're shuffle skating, are you integrating that into like the skating, or or no, not yet? Hmm. Okay. Yeah. Right. Right. How many things do you have like with like with people like where you'd say like, okay, like me and these two other people, like we have like a set thing, like a routine, like that you could like call it out. Do you do that at all? Do you guys do that stuff? Yeah, yeah. You're the old man. Right, dude. It's so crazy. Like It's so crazy because people are hearing you people are gonna watch this and they're hearing you say, "Wait, they're playing Black Velvet at your rink," and it's awesome. It's awesome. I think it is. I think it's fantastic. Like I put up that video like the other day or yesterday to like the Kenny Loggins song, like from like the Caddyshack. I love that stuff. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's so corny. It's so cheesy, but I don't know, man. I think that there's like an energy to it. There's slow build, right? Like I don't like my thing is I like to be able to like the concept of a song building more than just like a one constant beat. You know what I mean? But like a build and then like to a kind of a crescendo to come back down again and all that kind of stuff. So, okay, I'm not going to keep you on much longer, man, for the live, but like, let me ask you. So, you've been through this thing though of like you lost a rink, and like kind of that faded away. You didn't have this thing to do. You'd have to go to Auburn. That's not a super simple drive, but like, is that something that's in your mind consciously now? Like, do you look at like when you're skating with these younger kids and you're doing this kind of stuff, is that a conscious thing in your mind to say, like, look, man, like we got to pass this thing on. We got to make sure that this is here to stay, or you're just having fun. Hmm. Yeah, 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 and yeah, especially for someone. I mean, like you're still cool as far as kids go. Being 16, like I'm not cool, right? So like, but I mean, like you could, like they're gonna, like. So, do you enjoy doing that? Do you enjoy the aspect of teaching and all that kind of stuff? Yeah, mm, yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, yeah, mhm, yeah. That's cool, man. Cause like I tell you what, dude, like for me, when I was coming up, it was like, yeah, like inline were definitely like it kind of was phasing out quads, but like to literally like be in a situation where like you're like now it's like you're we can make quads like the cool thing. You know what I'm saying? Like this kid like that for kids that probably be like, I'd never put those on. You know what I mean? To being like, oh my God, like I want to do that kind of thing. Cause I don't know about you, but like that's what caught me. Like, I mean, yeah, like I was brought into it, but like my thing was I looked at people like my big brother and stuff like that, and I was like, I want to do that. I wanted to like and yeah, some of it's ego too, because like I wanted to like see people watch me from the side like they did, when I was a kid, you know what I mean? It felt good, it felt cool, you know. But not everybody gets into that. Like like most people, like you said, you're like one of two people in your high school that skates, right? Most people just go and they just go once or twice. But some people like us, we go and we're like, oh my God, I want to do that. Like that looks, nice, man. Nice. Well, is there anything that you want to throw out there, man? Anything that you wanted to say, plug, shout out, anything like that? Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, anyway, tell everybody where it's at. Tell everyone the address, town, all that kind of stuff. Nice. And all right, and they're doing the Boston Swerve May 2nd or 3rd. Okay. And then the other thing Manny Reese, yeah. And then the other place though is Rollodrome in Auburn. That's a totally different experience. Like it reminds me of like a town hall. Like when I watch people skating on it, like it's weird. Yeah, man. That's a bowling floor, right? There's bowling alleys. That's a smooth ass floor. Other than like there's a little one hump in that one corner, but it's just this dude. They keep that place immaculate for as old as that place is. It is like they would have all the excuse in the world to have dust like up in the ceiling and the rafters. It is like spotless. Whoever has OCD in that place, it's paying off because man, that place is immaculate. Yeah, man. Yeah. Are you're there like once a week or no? Yeah, man. Nice, man. Nice. And that it's Auburn, yeah, Rollodrome. That's what it's called. Yep. Yeah. So yeah, definitely, guys. If you ever get up to New England at all, I don't even care if you're only going to Connecticut. You should still make a drive up to Happy Wheels in Westbrook. You got to check it out. Uh, Especially like if for any of you guys that grew up around there, like it is like a piece of like your childhood recreated, man. It was for me, man. Like I don't know if Rob told you, but like the first video, I had no idea that that all of the locations closed at the time. And then like I saw a video where he's just out on the floor. I just see the blue floor and like I see like the walls. And I'm like, oh dude, I used to skate there, bro. And he's like, no, you didn't. And I'm like, yeah, I did. What do you mean I didn't? He's like, no, you didn't. And man, when I went there, shout out to Derek, dude. I mean, like he literally like I yeah. I mean, even people that don't skate, everyone has a memory of skating, right? Yeah. 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 He did something amazing for that community up there, man. I seriously mean that. It meant so much to so many people. I didn't even have to talk to people and I knew it would. Mhm. Yeah. Hell yeah, man. Yeah, man. Well, and I tell you what, man, I will, I'll always talk about it. I'll always plug it. You know what I mean? I mean, one, that's just how I came up like that is my, yeah, man. But yeah, God bless Derek for everything he did, man. That place is just amazing. All right, man. Well, do you have anything else? Anything else you want to throw out there? If not, no big deal. All right, man. Well, hey, man, I appreciate this, man. So for those of you guys that are watching, if you didn't catch the whole thing, the final like the this whole thing will be uploaded not this Sunday, but the following Sunday. You'll have the episode on Spotify, Apple, YouTube. Guys, don't forget the Tri Rink is coming up. All right. Tri Rink Shuffle Skate. We're going down April 11th, 12th, 13th. Friday night is at Skate 47, main event, Philly Skateplex, and then the rink at Edgewater on 13th on Sunday. So make sure you check that out and get your tickets on Eventbrite. Justin Fry, thank you very much. If you guys don't follow him yet, go follow him. Where can they follow you at, Justin? Yeah, man. Yeah, and that's another one, Fernando Moreno. If you're not following, Fernando Moreno is another one. Yeah, check him out. Check all these guys out, man. Check out what's going on in Maine. You guys are you really literally have put Maine on the map, man. I'm grateful for you. I'm so grateful to you. All right, man. Well, thanks a lot, Justin. Have a good one, dude. Bye. All right, it's stopping, and then we just gotta make sure that it all uploads.